All right, so squad, we have the honor of speaking to Summer Rose, who has had an amazing weight loss transformation. Um, Again, a big part of my mission with these interviews is to show the world that it's not just me or Summer
Right.
that are able to do these massive weight loss transformation. This has become more normalized, and I love that. I love that there are people every day tagging me in transformation stories, because I think the more people see it, the more that they believe that it's possible, and the more that they believe, the more attainable it is for everybody, right? So first and foremost, I want to congratulate you on your success.
Thank you.
So you've managed to lose how much weight?
200 pounds, right around 200.
200 pounds, all natural.
All natural, nothing. All natural, just me.
All natural.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
That's not something that, because I do these interviews a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like people throw out these numbers, 100 pounds, 150 pounds, 200. Like, that is a lot of weight. Like, that's a whole, not even a whole woman, right? A whole man.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel to have this new body?
Whew. This body has been a work in progress, honestly. It feels good, of course. Years later, I feel like I'm still in the best health of my life, and going from, probably like age 5 being like 100 pounds, I never experienced being a healthy weight until now. So, all through elementary, middle, high school, I'm just getting bigger and bigger, and I never experienced feeling good. So now it's almost like a treat.
So you've been overweight all your life?
Yeah. And I speak about this on my channel, but I did start out like age 4 or 5 right at 100 pounds, so that's immediately overweight. Getting up into middle school, I'm probably like close to 300. By the time I'm out of high school, I'm right around 400, 410 at my heaviest.
Wow. How did that happen?
Growing up, I really didn't feel like I had a lot of guidance. I had my family there, I had my parents there, but it was more of a like, we're going to make sure you're straight, but we're not really going to point you in any type of direction. And I really feel like I needed that direction, so I had to fend for myself.
What was that moment like for you when you just had enough? I feel like everyone who transforms, there's something that either happens to them or they have this they reach this breaking point. Describe what that was like for you.
I went to a strip club, probably around 19, 20, so I wasn't old enough to legally drink, but of course we was drinking. I went with my best friend, and I also have to add, she was never overweight, so I didn't feel like, to an extent, I could tell her how I was feeling when this happened. But once we got into the club, I was already drunk by the time we had got there, so we met a couple of the dancers. We were having a good time, and at some point during the night, we were making our way to the ladies' room, and the DJ, he scratched the record, cut the music, and was like, "Who let a cow into the club?" And I didn't realize what was going on at that moment. And then when it clicked and I saw the spotlight was on me, everybody was looking at me. Some people were laughing. Some people were like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you said that." Something just snapped in me, and I just started throwing all of the glasses I could around me, trying to jump into the DJ booth, fight him. My friend's over in the corner trying to snatch our IDs so we can run out before the cops get there. And yeah, so you can imagine it was just like a very sobering ride home. And this was in West Virginia, so 2 hours away from where we lived.
Hold up, so y'all was in a strip club in West Virginia?
Yes, where I came from.
We're not even gonna talk about that story,
Okay.
like how that even happened. But go ahead.
Okay, so once I got back home, let me say on the way home, I couldn't say anything to her because I didn't feel like she could relate what just happened to me at all. So she dropped me off at home. I'll talk to you tomorrow, whatever. And in that very low moment, and this is another one of the reasons why I had mentioned to you before, I don't drink. That brought me to the lowest point of my life. And
was it the embarrassment? What was it that made that situation so extreme for you?
I think it was the fact that I had already been feeling like that subconsciously. You know, I'm aware of my weight, of my size, of what I look like, and then to have you broadcast it, yes, it's embarrassing, but that just solidified my own feelings toward myself. So at that moment, I just dropped, and I feel like I always go back to this moment, and I don't remember doing this, but I just went into my bathroom, took all the medicine I had, every single pill. I don't know how much it was, and I started falling asleep. And at some point, something clicked and literally like rose me up and told me, drive yourself to the hospital. It's like 3, 4 in the morning. I'm not drunk anymore, so I can drive. But by the time I got to the hospital and tried to like get out and I guess go in, I blacked out. And when I woke up, my parents were at the end of the hospital bed. Somebody found a way to call them. And in that like waking moment, I saw the look on my dad's face. And I think my mom had been more understanding. She kind of knew something was going on with me, but he had no idea. And he was just in shock. And, you know, seeing like the whole charcoal thing, like stomach pump, I realized I was still there. And at that moment, seeing that look on his face, I promised myself I was changing. I was going to flip the script, do everything different from that day. And I did.
First of all, thank you for the courage to share that. I know it's not easy to talk about. It's not easy to reflect on these moments, but I think it's important for people to realize that, and because my mission, I don't want it to take stuff like that to happen.
Exactly.
In order for people to wake up, you know, like I want people to hear, because I have similar stories where I try to kill myself as well because of depression, because of, you know, all these things that were related to me being overweight. And thank you for sharing. Like, let me just say that. And I'm glad you're here with me right now. That's dope. All right. So from that moment, what were your first few steps? Like what did you do to get the ball rolling on weight loss?
Okay, so to be transparent, after the whole hospital situation, they had to like admit me, keep me in for a while. So I had a lot of time to literally sober up and start thinking, what are my next life steps going to be? I want to say maybe a month after that, I moved to Miami with my sister, and I stayed the whole summer there with her. And just knowing that my whole family knew what happened, they knew I wasn't in a clear state of mind. I didn't want to add any more worry to them, so I said I'm gonna be sober. I'm going to walk every day. I'm going to eat healthy, and there was no easing into it. I just did everything cold turkey, and I can say I literally ate probably Special K cereal, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries for a month of my life, and I was totally happy about it. So I could say that kind of jump started it. I'm not telling everybody to run to the store, but yeah, there was no going back.
So here's the thing, right? And when I talk about having burning desire, like when you want to transform your body, like this one thing to need to lose 10 or 15 pounds or 20 pounds, right? That's one thing. But if you're trying to lose 200 pounds, it almost takes a level of obsession, right? And it sounds like you had the right why, right? The right thing motivating you, right? And you were dialed in. And I don't know how to guide people to that point without it happening through tragedy or through some sort of health scare. But I'm determined to figure that out, because let's figure that out for people, because, you know, again, I don't want it to take stuff like what happened to you or what happened to me to get people to wake up. And it's often a health scare, or it's like, all right, we see it enough. We hear enough stories like this. I would hope that the people listening, they're like, yo, listen, I don't want to even get to that place. Let me kick this into gear right now. All right. So you mentioned that fitness became like second nature for you.
Definitely.
Right. So if because that's the goal for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because it's an uphill battle initially when you're trying to develop a relationship with exercise.
Yeah.
Right. So if you were to try to give someone advice on how to make fitness become second nature for them, what would you say?
I think, of course, coming from me, just do it every day. But I know that can get to be hard.
But you know what? Let me stop you right there. That is the answer.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
It is.
and I get frustrated because a lot of people ask me, okay, bro, yo, quarantine, I put on weight. How do I get back on it? I'm like, bro, just get back on it.
Exactly. It's
Stop
still the
thinking.
same thing.
Yeah, stop thinking so much about it. Like, just start. Just set a goal right now and start.
Exactly.
You know, so but I do want you to continue. But I also, I love that that's the answer. Like, just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it every day. Like, and habit eventually kicks in, right?
Yeah.
With enough repetition. But continue. I'm sorry.
Your body will tell you what you need also. So even if you are a person who wakes up 5 a.m., kills it every morning, if your body needs rest, you're going to rest your body. So I'm not saying to kill yourself, go lighter sometimes. But again, like with me mentioning not counting calories, on the days that I wasn't training super hard, I'm not eating a lot of food. And I think that helped me as well. So you go move a couch with your friends, eat some more. But at least in the gym, I think you have to kind of, go through the motion, go through the, what do they say, like 21 days to success. You got to start a new habit. Do that if you have to. Make yourself set an alarm. Get an accountability partner. Whatever you have to do to get through that first month, maybe 2, 3, whatever it's going to take you personally to be consistent. Eventually it'll happen.
You and I both know that 90% of weight loss is mindset, right?
Yeah.
How did your mindset evolve during the weight loss process? Talk to me about it in detail. Like what happened mentally for you?
Well, first off, I had not right away, but soon after I started my journey, I had a full-time job where I was chasing around kids 24/7. So I didn't have a lot of time to sit down and kind of think, or sit down and eat for that matter. But those moments when I did have a chance to sit by myself, I had those thoughts like, am I going to go backwards? It's unrealistic to try to get off all this weight. And when I started, I didn't even have a goal. I didn't say I was going to lose 200 pounds. I just wanted to be healthier. I didn't want to be in this mindset. So I had those moments where I'm telling myself, you're not going to lose this weight no matter what you do. And it really took for people around me to start telling me, like, Summer, what are you doing? You're losing weight so fast. I'm like, girl, I ain't losing no weight. But I think that external force was, like, definitely maybe validating to me. I don't know. But my mindset did get a lot stronger as I continue to get the junk out of my body, because it's a mind-body connection. And when my body felt bad, I felt bad. So as I started letting different things go, it didn't feel so much like, dang, I can't have this. It felt like I feel better because I'm not having this,
That's profound. That's profound. So I think a lot of people fail to realize the connection between mental health and what you're physically putting into your body.
It's huge.
Right? I noticed that when I lost weight, my depression went away, my anxiety went away. Like, I was just in an overall better mental space. And even now, when I eat shitty foods, I feel it. Like, mentally, I just don't, it feels icky to me, right? And I think people need to experience
feeling health.
Yes,
feeling
because their baseline is feeling shitty, and they don't even know how shitty they feel until they get rid of some of these processed foods and they treat their body a little bit better, and they feel how it really feels to feel good.
Exactly.
And then I think you're, over time, after you start to value feeling good, right? Because I think that's important, right? You have to. You said in the beginning you didn't have a weight loss goal. It was like, yo, I just want to feel better. I want to be healthy. And I think that's the best mindset to go into weight loss with, which I think has a lot to do with why you've been able to lose the weight and,
Yeah.
and sustain your weight loss is because your goal was health, right?
Exactly.
Because when your goal is a specific number on the scale, you're kind of at the mercy of the scale,
Ooh,
right? And that's when
a
you
dangerous game.
it's oh my god. And as I tell people all the time, like, that scale is not your friend. That scale is not your friend. But when you're doing it for health, whether no matter what the scale is doing, you'll still find value in investing this energy into making good eating choices and exercising, because you know that no matter what the scale's doing, you're still becoming a healthier person, mind and body. So that's an amazing point, right? That mind-body connection is amazing. But Summer, I want to thank you for coming out, and whatever you got going on that I can contribute to, please feel free to let me know, because I think we almost have a responsibility. You know, people like us who's managed to do something that millions and millions of people struggle with and they are trying to achieve. Like, we have to assist in any way that we can, and our stories are powerful. You know, so thank you for sharing your story.
Definitely, thank you for having me.
No doubt, and I would look forward to doing some content on your channel as well. Once just let me know, invite me. I'm with it. Okay. I appreciate it. All right, squad. Until next video, I'm just trying to share the wellness. So get well and get money. Peace.